Kayfabe Night! Kayfabe Night! Beer in our hands and we're leaving a mark. Adam and Tyler breaking it down from the top rope straight to the ground. Crack a cold one, take your shots. Kayfabe life, like it or not. There isn't like the Kayfabe life. Kayfabe life.
Tyler, I got a bone to pick with the big man upstairs, the God.
Jesus?
All right. Him.
Or his
It
dad.
depends on what you believe, I guess. If you're in the Trinity, I guess yeah, it's him too. Whoever created me, I have a problem with, and I want to talk about it really quick. You okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm mixed, right? So I'm black and I'm white. Maybe I don't know any other way to say it, right? I'm just mixed. My mom's
Wait a
white,
minute.
my
You're
dad's
black?
right. Well, now hear me out. So you would think that there would be some inherent benefits that come with being biracial or mixed. You know, you got some, best of both things, right? And I'm like, you know what? I can go out in the sun. I don't have to worry about suntan lotion. None of that. When I tell you, I got burnt so bad last night. My legs were all red. My arms were all red. It was insane. I just realized I hadn't plugged this in yet, but it was insane.
That's rough.
Absolutely insane. And so then I'm like, well, what the hell was the benefit of this? I got bad credit, all right, and I burn in the sun. Like, where is there a benefit?
There's
So
not.
anyway, I'm frustrated. That's all I got to say. I forgot to plug this in, so I'm gonna do that now while you guys talk about
Yeah,
whatever.
you got to get that lotion going.
So
going forward.
I've officially worn all the shirts that I haven't donated away. It took
Wow.
76, 75?
Roughly, yeah. That's a
Now,
lot.
I do have more, but they either they don't fit or they're already in a bag to give to my dad. So now we're going through on part 2. We went back with Mick Foley, which is Mr. In Your House. So I figured
There
we'd
you go.
patch that up a little bit.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Which shot are we doing first?
Well, so whatever we want to do. What do we all have? I don't even remember. I think I brought the right stuff.
I have
I'm doing-
bourbon and I have vodka.
Yeah, I have tequila and whiskey, but I got a good tequila and a bad whiskey, so I'm gonna do the tequila first.
What was I supposed to do?
Clerk's choice and whiskey.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Clerk's choice was tequila. So we're gonna do that. So yeah, I'll do the tequila first.
I got
These.
I got 4 Roses, small
Oh.
batch bourbon.
That is what's in my old fashioned.
There
Really?
you go.
Yeah,
And
we're
then-
doing a later show today, so I got an old fashioned in me.
There you go.
And then Svedka vodka. They just
Yep. They'll do the
Yeah.
trick.
the usual. Is this flavored? Distilled 4 times. No, it's just gonna fire in liquid form.
I was celebrating because I've been on 3 times in a row now. So
Yeah.
little Patron to celebrate,
Oh,
and then I had to go cheat for the other one. So whatever this peach something or other is.
Oh, you're in for a treat. Revel Stoke, baby. We talk about
no,
them a lot
Cassie's
out here.
got the marshmallow one right now. She has it in the kitchen. She went and
Oh.
I've had the marshmallow. I've had how many? I've done those Revel Stokes on here like 6
You've
or
done
7
so
times.
many.
All different flavors.
Yeah.
It was like 60 cents. I thought it was gonna be terrible.
They're good.
Oh, Revel Stoke
Oh,
is
they're really good.
Oh, sweet. All right.
People may not like the peach. I'm a peach fan, but as you can, that was
I am
orange,
too.
but
Yeah.
I think the one that I liked was the Sasquatch one.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all good though. They're all
Yeah, the one I liked the most was the Sasquatch one.
Yeah.
But the marshmallow one that Cassie has wasn't bad either, but it's a really weird. It's weird to have marshmallow whiskey, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Not
It's the
normal.
same with that peanut butter whiskey stuff. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah. No.
All right, let's get these shots out of the way so we can get this thing going.
All right, I'm going to do 4 Roses first because
It's a good
it
choice.
just looks pretty.
Yeah.
And I did not pre-open them, so here we go. Part 5 of Tyler struggling with little bottles.
So as always, tequila goes up to grandma because this is her. She's gonna be like, bro, just stop. like, like, stop drinking the tequila. It's fine. I get it. You love
Oh,
me.
that's great.
Yeah, so we're starting to creep into that time where we need to start talking about what we're gonna do for episode 100.
Yeah, we're getting close there. I know one thing. Aaron will definitely be around for that.
Oh, for
I'll be
sure.
here.
We got to do something like big. Do we do a beer bong? Do we do
Start
like what do we
brainstorming.
do?
Yeah, we'll talk offline about it. Let's get this shot in.
All right.
Cheers.
Well, that's
That'll do the trick.
pretty smooth.
That was not. That was.
That
not.
is
Here it is.
it's not terrible at all. Kind of has an
Weird.
afterkick.
Wow.
It has an afterkick.
live-
It's not bad.
We are living two very different realities right now, my friend.
Oh, fuck. And just wash my mouth out with, this is soap, I guess. I lied. It's a chilada that I made. All right, you guys ready to crack into the news and rumors?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes. Brought back the Outlaw Light. I forgot that I didn't like it.
No?
So I wasn't a big fan, but it's really good to cook with. So I'm going to keep it
Okay.
around because
Yeah.
it's like a sweeter beer.
Sure.
Did you ever find out where to get kick-ass beer?
There's a couple places here to get it. Yeah.
There is?
Yeah, the one that I know for sure. I don't go there anymore. It's where I used to work. But for that, maybe I'll go for that. But I'll find some more. It's good ass beer. Good ass beer.
Good ass beer. Yeah, because I went online a few months ago to try and get some shipped to my house, and they don't ship.
No, you have to go to you have to find where they have it. But
Yeah.
anyways, we made onion rings, beer battered onion rings with these one time.
Ooh.
Really, really, really good. So
Yeah, that sounds great.
I'll keep it around for that fact. But
All right. Worked Wrestling says, "Don't be so sure," and that's a quote, that Lesnar legit retired at WrestleMania 42. Now, we've talked about this somewhat, but I have... that bourbon's coming back on me. I got more on that. Told Aaron last night, I was like, I got all these notes, and none of them are in fucking order, so I numbered them all.
we'll get through them.
WrestleVotes claims there is a strong belief in WWE that Brock Lesnar really meant to retire when he left his boots in the ring at WrestleMania 42. However, WWE is hopeful that Lesnar will return to do one last match at SummerSlam 2026 in Minnesota. As like his big final hometown send-off. I gotta be honest, knowing what I know about Brock Lesnar, in my opinion, he's done. I don't see him coming back.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be like one of those man of my word kind of guys. He doesn't really seem like the kind of guy that would come back a few months later after that. You may catch him, a few years from now, and you're like, hey, we're doing WrestleMania in Minneapolis. Will you come back for a part of that? You may get him to come back for that, but I don't know about SummerSlam. But if he does, he better go over because that'll diminish Oba's win if he loses. So
100%.
True.
Aaron, what do you think? Is he coming back? Or is he staying gone?
I think he also knows that like he can just do what he wants, and so I feel like if he made that choice, it's probably done. I think he probably felt the moment for Oba too, and he was like, "Why wouldn't it just be this?" So
Yeah.
I don't think he's coming back. The only way I could see him coming back again is if they just talk him into it. So I don't think it's a work, but whether he comes back or not, I think it's just if they talk him into it or not.
I did
I
see
think it
a
was spur
funny
of the moment.
stat on Lesnar too. In 2002, he had I'm going off memory. I think it was 146 matches in 2002, but then from 2012 all the way to 2026, he's only had like 141 matches. So he had more matches in 2002 than he's had in his whole second run with the company.
I mean, he's earned that though. Let him have
Yeah.
it.
100%. All right, Body Slam. It's not .net. It's Body Slam Plus. claims WWE originally planned to use a licensed song for Liv Morgan's new entrance theme made by Renee Raps called Leave Me Alone, but ultimately went with Liv's new single Trouble that is burned into everybody's brains now.
So I'm glad you brought
Trouble.
that. That's what brought up the whole let's talk about the favorite entrances of today. Because spoiler, I'm a big fan of like some of these newer songs and entrances that they're doing. Like I like the fact that she's got her own song. I like the fact that Kit Wilson's song is so cool and funky and fun. Like it's
Yeah.
I think it's better than doing the same drums and trumpets that they do for everybody else. So
Yeah.
I don't know who's doing these songs. If it's the same group, if it's the same group, they got the hint. You know, they learned their lesson.
Oh,
If
it's
these
not.
are like, yeah, I was gonna say if it's just like professional people coming in and actually, you know, these guys are doing it on their own with different professionals, that's awesome. And I think that because then they can carry their. I want them to be. I wish that these superstars could carry their stuff with them. You know, it really sucks to have to go from like Soraya to Paige to Soraya to Paige. You know, just I wish they could carry their stuff with them. But
Like back in the territory days where no matter where
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan wrestled, he was Hulk Hogan.
same song, yeah, and it was the same
Right.
song over, and he could take it wherever he went. But
Which, speaking of Hogan, I'm halfway through that Netflix documentary. I got episode
I
3 and
haven't
episode
started.
4 left.
Yeah, I haven't started it yet.
He's the only person I've ever heard of that took more fentanyl than me and lived. So I'm in. I'm into this one.
Well, yeah, I have some
Yeah, that was
questions about
crazy.
that fentanyl amount, but that's all right. A lot of fentanyl.
Yeah, I watched it. It was cool. Like, quick sidebar. It was cool to like learn about some of this stuff, but like, personal relationship wise, he didn't do anything that really matters. But, so it was cool from the wrestling side. The other side, it was just, you know, is what it is.
Whatever.
His
Yeah.
ex-wife is grossing me out these first 2 episodes because she just keeps talking about how much they banged.
Every sentence ends with, yeah, what they did after that.
I know. It's just, Jesus. I looked right at Cassie. I was like, she's gross. All right. More on Liv Morgan here. Body Slam Plus says Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer's match was kept short on purpose because both wrestlers were banged up going into it, and WWE didn't want to risk either of them getting hurt worse. Rumor has it this is also the reason why Julia versus Tiffany happened on SmackDown instead of at Mania, because Julia was injured.
If that's true, that's
If
a
it's true.
fair explanation. That's a fair explanation, and I can accept that. You know, that would be what I would assume is the very first time the WWE has ever given a shit about protecting their talent in this sense. So, but
I don't think it's true.
yeah, I can't imagine it is. But if it is, I can respect it. But
And I don't think it's true because the very next day, Liv had a match with Sol Ruka that was
true, yeah.
strong
Longer than
hitting and
the-
went like 17 minutes or something crazy. So
good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah, I don't
So
think
who was banged up then? I mean, obviously Liv with her forehead, but what was Stephanie dealing with then? If they're
she's
saying
been good
both
with the
were
foot
banged
for a
up.
while now. So I don't. And they let Liv come back out and make it obvious that that's not done on Raw too. So I think I don't know. I think that's just trying to get some fires.
An
put out.
excuse. An
Yeah.
excuse.
Yeah.
And we will get into more about this in a little bit, because us three, and you know, of course, the wrestling internet community or whatever the fuck they call themselves, aren't the only ones that are upset about the short match times. But we'll get into that in a minute. First, I got a lot of explanations for that match between Orton and Cody on here. Some are true, some are false. It's up to us to decide which is which, but I'll start it off right now. Dave Meltzer says, okay, now you guys, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be true or fake?
I mean, honestly, I don't think you have to tell. You don't have to say it for me to decide how I
Yeah.
feel about the story already, which is probably bad, but whatever. Dave Meltzer's a dunce.
Yeah.
All right. Dave Meltzer says Randy Orton was supposed to win at WrestleMania at one point. Oh my God, that bourbon. He went on to say there was so much chaos the morning of the show, and some even said the finish was changed the morning of the show, but then others say it was decided well before to have Cody retain. So this is Dave Meltzer literally saying both sides.
We don't know.
Like he's a fucking genius. He's like, some say that Orton was supposed to win, but others say he wasn't. What are you saying, Dave?
What he's saying is click on what I'm talking about. The guy just this is the shit that pisses me off about him. I'm not going to do it. We're not doing this today. That's not what this is about. But this is I have a big gripe about this in the world, actually, not just Dave Meltzer. I'm so tired of these vague no positions that people take on stuff, and then they just have both sides gravitate towards them. Half of them are loving it, half of them are hating it, but they're both paying into this person because you're just giving them attention. Drives me nuts. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This honestly reminds me of a meme I saw today. I can't remember if I sent it to you guys or not, but me and Cassie send each other memes all day.
Yeah.
It said politicians should have to wear NASCAR jackets so we know who's paying for them, and it just has like
could not agree more
all over it.
That's good. I like that.
Could not agree more.
All right, continuing on with it, Dave also said, all right, is this going to be true or false, you guys?
Punch me in the face if it's true.
It's going to be up in the air again.
It's going to be up in the air again. Dave also said there was an idea before Pat McAfee and his involvement to have Aleister Black lead Orton back into the Apex Predator persona. The idea was that they would face off on WrestleMania weekend, and Orton would refuse to use the punt kick to Aleister Black. Aleister trying to convince him to use it, and then Orton saying, I'm not going to do it. And then inevitably attacking Cody and using it, proving Black right all along. This would have been so much better than McAfee.
I would have loved that.
Yeah. Well, anything would have been better than that. But, yeah, that situation sounds great. And to have it be now that I'm sure we'll get to all the cuts and stuff, but to have the landscape be what it is now, knowing that that's what it could have been, is just another fumble. And this might be one of the biggest of all time, in my opinion.
100%. And knowing what we know now about what happened on Friday, which we will get into,
right?
It could have potentially saved somebody from the chopping block or two people.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily false or true. I believe that probably was talked about because the storyline was played out on TV and then they just didn't finish it. So I think it was there, and then TKO probably said they want a bigger face doing that, and that's where Pat McAfee came in. So,
yeah.
Well, did you guys hear the leaked audio? Aaron, what you're saying is right. I don't know if you know that it's right, but it's right.
Oh, I heard
the leaked audio of, what we're trying to draw eyes to it was the president of TKO or whatever. He's like, we need bigger celebrities. We need celebrities. He called Pat McAfee the next fucking Sylvester Stallone, which, what are you talking about? Sylvester Stallone's 5'4" on his best day and has nothing to do with wrestling.
What the fuck is that? I don't know that that's a compliment. I mean, it's sure, Sylvester Stallone is great, but I don't know that in Pat McAfee's world that is a compliment. I just can't imagine that it is. So
I don't understand what he's fucking. That's how out of touch these guys are with what wrestling and wrestling culture is. What is first off?
Right.
What the fuck has Stallone done besides that one show that nobody's watching on what is it, Showtime?
Paramount or something or other. I don't know.
Nothing in forever.
I love Stallone.
I do too, but he's not relevant anymore.
My favorite movie group or my favorite, series of movies is Rocky of all time.
100%.
I love Rambo. Expendables is actually one of, if I can't find anything else to watch.
The first one was really good. I never saw the rest.
Oh, I watch them all. If I can't find something to watch, I just throw on one of the Expendables movies, and I'm happy. So, I love Sylvester Stallone. It's just that's not what this is.
Say Pat's not doing that, and Sylvester Stallone wasn't doing talk shows, so I don't know what that meant.
Right?
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense.
What was that movie with Stallone and De Niro? The boxing one that came out way later, but it wasn't Rocky or anything. They were both grandpas that had a rivalry when they were younger.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember the name of it. I've seen it. It was
that was one of my favorites that I saw him in his older years. That was great.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's good. I'll send you guys the name of it. I'll find it here. I'll do it real quick.
Yeah, very good. But anyway, I know that we do this a lot. We just all around, but that's what makes the show the show. He also said something about the Yankees. If you want to watch all the Yankees games, you have to, if you add it up, you have to have 10 different platforms to watch all the Yankees games and the playoffs. So the fact that people are getting upset that you have to have cable for the USA Network or YouTube TV, and you have to have Netflix for Raw, and the fact that you have to have the CW for, he goes, that's the era we're living in now. And then he talked about ticket prices and shit, and it's like, dude, at some point, only the 1% are going to be able to go to your show, and there is not enough 1%ers to fill up a fucking stadium. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but they got enough money to pay for it, so
unreal.
No, it's just one of those. Just because it's happening doesn't mean it's right. So
right. Grudge Match is the name of that movie, by the way, and it is really, really. It's funny, but it's good. There's a lot of good stuff in it.
Sure,
100%. I've never seen any of the Creed movies. I got to get on that.
Oh, they're so good. So good. Ezra loves them. That's what's got me started back on this road. What were we saying here?
No, you're good. I was just saying, since we were here in that audio, he also talked about TKO has full creative control. And I know people were freaking out about that. And it's like, I believe that they do. They can tell them anything they want, and WWE has to make it work. But they're also not writing,
right,
a SmackDown in August. So like
a better way of wording that would have been, we have full creative veto. They can stop anything.
Yeah, so that's why I think the answer thing probably was pretty close to happening, or at least around, and then TKO stepped in. So just for anyone out there who, we're all upset at TKO, but if you have any grudges with the stories, it can still be the creative team too. So.
Right.
100%. And with the amount of money that the creative team is getting paid, they should be able to make the fucking chicken shit that TKO is giving them into chicken salad.
I gotta tell you that's part of my frustration with this, right? Is listen, these guys are professionals, so I get it that you're not dealt a good hand. How many times have you been not dealt a good hand at your job? And like you've had to deal with some shit. Exactly. Like you shouldn't have had to deal with. That's the job, right? And so I feel like these guys doing a whole like, well, we got to do this now. Let's just throw something at the wall is kind of bullshit, right? And it's lazy. Like you could make something good out of this. You didn't try, right? And you let all the negative feedback get into your head. The negative feedback's going to be there whether you do this or you do something else or you do that. Somebody's going to hate it. I'm a little irritated about that, so I'm glad that came up, but. Yeah, it's like we're all professionals. You got a job to do. Do your job. Right?
Imagine me. I'm irritated as shit because I work for the enemy. I won't say the name of the company, but there was one day, and this is how like just your voice is just dead on arrival to their ears. We were making, I won't say what kind of merchandise. We were making Cody Rhodes stuff, and it was orange, white, and blue. And I was like, this is not right. And we were making thousands of them, printing off thousands of them. I was like, you got to get somebody. And my direct boss wasn't a wrestling fan. He's like, these are the colors they told us. And I was like, it's fucking wrong. I've been watching wrestling since I was in diapers. That's not right. They brought somebody higher up to come up to me and tell me I was wrong.
Let me guess, you were right?
Obviously I was fucking right. His name's the American Nightmare, not the Halloween Nightmare. What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah. I was actually see if it was during Halloween, but
I'm pretty sure all of it got sent back.
Yeah.
I can tell you we were sending it to a distributor, and that distributor looked at it and went, what the fuck is this? And sent it back. But I tried to stop it, and did I get credit for trying to stop it?
Of course.
No. In fact, I'm sure they looked at me going, he should have tried harder. He knew it was wrong, and he still printed it.
There you go.
I mean, credit be damned, right? Like it's just about like you understand that you have a job to do. You need to get this done, but you have unique knowledge to get it done correctly, and it wasn't done correctly. It's frustrating.
They told me I was wrong.
Right. But it's just frustrating to me when I hear people who just have a job to do. Let's make the best out of this situation. We know that it's not good. We know people aren't going to be happy. That's gonna happen regardless. It's already the decision has been made, right? Like they're already not happy. Let's make the best product that we can put out there with this shit situation. And I get frustrated when I don't feel like that's how people are behaving, because it's like you're getting paid, and like Tyler said, you're getting paid probably a lot of money to do a job that many of us would do damn near free. So,
And the thing is I was so prideful of my work because it was for something. Look where we are right now that I love to death. And they basically told me, like, fuck you, print it. I'm like, if I know that Cody might wear this someday or he might try and sell it and I touched it first, it means something to me. Whether I'm getting paid fucking $16 an hour or not. Actually, at that time, I was being paid $13. Thank you, Minnesota, for raising minimum wage. But anyway, fucking unbelievable. Anyway, let's move on. We got more from Dave Meltzer. I know we all love that guy.
Ooh, can't wait.
The Wrestling Observer, a.k.a. Dave, and his dumbass fucking buddy, Brian Alvarez. The Yes Man. I started calling him the Yes Man. I watched a YouTube, what do they call it? Not a collab, when a collage or whatever. When it's like a bunch of...
Like a montage or a...
montage.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Of Brian Alvarez saying one thing, and then Dave disputing it, and then Brian completely flipping his opinion right away. He is the ultimate yes man.
Compilation.
There it is.
Yeah.
The Wrestling Observer indicates that the negative reaction of WWE Talent was a big factor in Pat McAfee's decision to opt out of his angle with Cody, Randy, and Jelly Roll. I got more to add to this. So they're saying just the heat he was getting from the boys in the back is why he allowed or had Jelly Roll drop that elbow through the table, and he's gone. Comes back, boom, gone again. Like he wanted nothing to do with it. But then here we go, per one. It sounds like McAfee's decision to leave the angle early contributed to a chaotic situation behind the scenes where WWE changed the finish away from the original plan of Orton winning the WWE Championship and instead move in a direction of Rhodes versus Punk for a title moving forward. So I don't know if any of it's true. I don't know if one of them's true. Obviously, one is kind of agreeing with the stuff that fucking Meltzer said earlier about them changing the finish at the last minute. But I genuinely believe that Pat was definitely getting heat in the locker room because we heard about it. We heard this whole time since Pat was the voice on the phone that not only was Cody upset, not only was Randy upset, we all heard about Cody and Randy together screaming at Triple H about it in the back. But we heard opinions from wrestlers that weren't even involved in this, saying this is fucking terrible. There's no way Pat didn't feel that weight. And on top of that, guys like us, fans, all saying, you know, initially I was kind of like, hey, the Attitude Era. And then Aaron called it and Adam called it immediately in our group chat. You're like, this is fucking bad. I was like, wait. Let's let them cook. And then you know what they did? They burnt the shit. It's fucking terrible. You guys were right. I hated it.
Yeah, I you know, they're professionals in what they do, and they hear criticism for their side of things all the time. I think they were like, this is supposed to be fun. It's not fun anymore. Like, we should not be here. So I believe that. I mean, Jelly Roll has pretty much already said that. And I think WWE knows it too, because I think the ending in that match and the after the match part was a reset of the feud, because they pretty much had Randy kind of working babyface in the match and then lose, but then you flip it on its head and do the punt. And so I think that's the turn they wanted all along, and now they're just going to kind of rerun it how they would like to.
Well, and I gotta say, I think that these guys, Pat's good. Pat's good in the business. Pat's good with the people in the back. Pat's good. You know, like they love him. But I think that's why he made the decision. He's like, look, I got to get out of here. Like I'm ruining it for these guys, and I think he understands that. And I think that probably saved his relationship with a lot of wrestlers and a lot of people. But
I agree.
It could have been a great, like we said in the group chat. I think I said out here too. If you run an Attitude Era, go ahead. Give me a little TKO versus WWE. Give me a NWO. Give me something. That's fine. I'm okay with that. If this leads somewhere, it's okay. But guess what? Once again, it didn't. So it's just you bring this high profile thing in, and now whether they did that just to like kind of rub TKO's face in it and say, "See, told you it wouldn't work," which is a really shitty thing to do. I get why you do it, but it's shitty for your fan base. Um, I don't know if that was the case, but if it was, maybe I'd feel differently. I don't know.
Yeah, and after SmackDown, I don't think it's completely off the table for the WWE versus TKO thing with that
Yep,
promo Cody
I agree.
cut.
Yep.
That was either a work against TKO, like one final jab after everything, or they're keeping it on the table because they want to do it. So we'll see.
And
But
I think they should keep it on the table. I think it is a good idea, and it would be fun. That's the same reason I love the draft, and I'm really sick of them not allowing the draft to be something we do. I think you got to have competition, and I mean no disrespect when I say this, but AEW is not the competition, right? Like AEW is in a whole different world. They are great at what they do. They are not. I think they are not competition for WWE, and I think everybody's starting to realize that. So you got to have competition. Where do you get it from? Create it. Let's have some fun. So
Because they're doing what Vince Jr. did a long time ago and technically buying up the competition. TNA, AAA, what's next?
well, if you didn't do that, just
what is
create
it?
competition.
CMLL or whatever? CMLL?
AEW
Are they
has
next?
that.
It's AAA. Well, you have so that even again, WWE kind of getting all these, you have it's ripe for competition. Do some invasions. And I know they started that a little bit with NXT, but I don't think you need to be disrespectful and only bring NXT into it. Let AAA and TNA go up against the big boys of Raw and SmackDown or whatever it may be. You have the ability to do it. I think they're a business now, and it's no longer about what's the best story, what's the best, how are we compete. They don't care about AEW, and that's what's crazy. They don't care about competition. They're like, we're too far ahead now, so now they don't need to do that stuff, and it's sad, but it'd be nice if they got back to it.
I didn't write this one down, but speaking of AEW and WWE and Ric Flair, who's been on quite the fucking, let's just say, I think the only time he's been sober in the last 6 to 8 months is when he's sleeping.
I don't think he's sober then.
I don't even. Yeah, it's bad. But he was interviewed by. I wish I had it written down. I don't. I'm sorry for whoever reported it. I'm not taking credit. I didn't find this. I read it somewhere. Somebody else figured this out. But he had been being interviewed. I don't know if it was Ariel Helwani or who it was, but he said he wouldn't be surprised if Tony Khan bought WWE. Like he's like he believes Tony Khan's going to buy WWE. I think it was Sean Ross Sapp that said not going to happen.
Well, no, that was just building off of the report that Tony Khan. I mean, this is me saying this. I'm sure Flair was just building off the report that Khan put a bid in when TKO bought them and trying to keep stirring it up for, keeping relevant. Maybe
Very well could be. Match. And Flair's been on one too. He went after one of my favorite podcasts. Stevie Richards, his podcast with James. God damn it, James. I can't think of his last name off the top of my head, but he does it with Stevie Richards. He does it with Dutch Mantel. He's got all these podcasts with these wrestlers. Fuck, dude, I'm sorry, can't remember your last name. But Ric Flair went after all of them. On Ariel Helwani, he went after Dutch Mantel. He went after fucking Stevie Richards. And he called the main dude that I am so sorry that I am forgetting his name. He called him, what the fuck was it? A peanut shell. And the dude's like, is that an insult? I don't even know what the fuck that means. And he goes, and I Googled it. And he just made that up. That's not a saying to call somebody.
Look, Ric Flair is really old, and he has taken a beating. So, just keep that in mind.
He's fucking out here, man. He's out here. He's still really drinking like a fish.
Airplanes, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he might be banned from that flight. I don't know. Cody Rhodes is still being evaluated according to the Wrestling Observer, which they're very reliable. And his status at Backlash is up in the air right now. By all indications, so far, he doesn't have an orbital bone fracture, which I said that it was an orbital fracture. When his eyeball was hanging out, I was like, that's got to be what it is. Apparently it's not, so that's good. And him being placed on concussion protocol is just precautionary right now. I think if he was concussed, had a concussion, they would have figured it out by now. We're a week later. We would have heard something.
Yeah, probably.
So I think he just took it on the fucking, I'd say chin, but he just took it on the eye like a champ.
Yeah.
According to PW Insider, Cody's eye was injured by an Orton punch. Aaron, you called that one out last week, shortly before RKOing Charles Robinson. So actually, all the blood, the eyeball, everything else was all from a punch. It wasn't the kick.
Yeah.
Which I thought, he was bleeding from the punch, and then the kick to the eye. Apparently, what they're reporting now is all of it was from that punch. The kick was safe.
I'm really glad that the kick was safe if that's the case, because they'll never use that shit again if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, no, 100%. It would be on the ban list forever. It wouldn't be a once in a great while we'll see a pile driver. It would be done for good. Like the burning hammer, the real burning hammer, not the fucking one that we get in WWE that's like altered.
You hurt the golden boy, and whatever does that is out. It's Tom Brady effect all over again.
100%. We are at the halfway point. A little bit over, honestly, just by a little bit. Let's do our second shot.
All right. Yeah, the Cody said on Instagram the craziest thing he's ever heard at the doctor was being told that he's not losing his eye. So
yeah,
it was serious, but I think he's okay. And he wouldn't have been on Raw and SmackDown this week if he wasn't seemingly okay soon.
Ooh. And this is nothing compared to Cody's fucking eye injury, but I had my my doctor's appointment for my ankle, right?
Yeah.
To change my dressing and everything, and for the doc to look at it, make sure the stitches weren't infected and stuff. He pulls up the images. I think I told you guys this. My ankle was partially dislocated for those 11 weeks that I was waiting to get surgery.
It shouldn't. That's for sure.
How the fuck does that happen? Dude, 2 days before surgery, I was at the trampoline park doing slam dunks.
So, listen, I keep it the same.
Yeah, right.
So, I'm a big baby, right? But one thing that I can do is I can deal with like minor pains for like a really long time, like and abnormally long time. And so, my toe, every time I would hit my toe, it would hurt, and like it would stop me hurt, like debilitating. Finally, Marissa was like, "What is wrong with your toe?" And I was like, "I don't know. It hurts though." And she's like, "Let me look at it." And I guess I had like an ingrown nail that was like deep, right? So she pulled it out with my kids right there. They got to see me like a little punk. I was upset about that, but like she got it out. Well, through that process, like after that happened, I was like, "Oh, that feels better." Like for like one day. And then I was like, "Oh, we're back to it." And she's like, "Maybe it grew back in." No, it got infected. So like my toe, so I did like, luckily my job, we have like through our insurance, pretty much nothing's covered. I paid $100 for the antibiotics they gave me for this thing. But the great thing is I did not pay for any doctor visit because I was able to just go teledoc, send her the picture. And they were like, "Yeah, go get some antibiotics. They're going to cost you money though."
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, take care of that stuff, people.
Yeah.
If you end up with a little bit of pain, take care of that. But luckily, I didn't end up like Tyler. So the other quick thing I wanted to say was,
yeah, right.
Hey,
that's fair. I do.
Technically, I'm getting paid to do the podcast right now, so I'm cool.
And I want you to know that I free pour every 7 and 7 that I've ever made. Right? I free pour it. I don't measure it. I don't do anything like that. But I know for a fact every time when I pour my last shot, it's going to be perfect. Now, as you can see, that is an empty bottle. And that, my friends, well, that just went on my keyboard. But that is a full shot. So I think I'm telling you, it's a problem. It's
the Wisconsin way. It's the Wisconsin way.
It's double. But yeah, and I
It's
told
probably a
now
double
my
or a
wife
triple,
is
but
there.
it's in
My wife is to the
increments of
point
shots.
where she can pour a drink, perfect proportions every time, So
There you go.
Wow. All right. Well, here's to
I was.
injuries and not being wusses about them.
All right.
Oh, it was horrible.
Hey, dude, I've had ingrown toenails. They suck.
It was horrible. It was like, I mean,
Straight vodka's never good. I
And-
don't care. Vodka's
No.
a mixing alcohol. It's not a straight.
Yeah.
the worst
Sure.
part, or juice. The
Either
worst
clean
part
with
about the
it or
toe
you
was
pour it in
my
the
daughter
same-
likes to
yeah.
stand on my feet, like at all times,
Yeah.
and she doesn't understand. She'd be standing on that thing. She'd be digging into it. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. No, same thing with my ankle. As soon as I had surgery, it was like a magnet for my wife and both kids to be like, oops,
Oh, yeah.
sorry. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Is this blanket wrapped around it?
And the
Fuck,
the
dude.
wild thing is, you
Oh,
know
man.
that they
Kids are
care,
good for
right?
that.
You know that they try not to. They just can't help themselves. Like, it's not like they don't give a shit about your foot. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's just
Yeah.
what's going to get hit because it hurt. So,
No.
Yeah.
100%. I had my foot hanging off the bed. I was playing Xbox. This 2 days ago. Cece gets off the bed for whatever reason this way instead of, I don't know, this way where she's going. Puts full body weight on it, bends it down. I yell. I was like, stop, please, no. Ah! And then proceeds to look at me and go, oh, and then drops on the rest of it. I'm like, oh my fucking God.
right.
And then she cried because I screamed, I didn't scream at her, but I screamed.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
My
I'm
little
fine,
psycho
but
of a daughter
when I
questioned
yelled,
immediately
ow, why
went
did you
like,
keep
oh,
going?
You hurt? That's boo boo. That's boo boo. I'm sorry. And then she would just leave. Like, she's a fucking nutcase, man. I got to start sending you guys some of this stuff. I'm going to start sending it to the group chat. Some of this nutcase shit
great.
she does. Because you guys, I think, would enjoy it more than most. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. And the same
We would
age
get it because we're all
at that
fucking
point.
dads. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The Wrestling Observer says there are plans in place for a feud between Roman Reigns and Gunther, but it won't be at Backlash. Most likely, it will be at SummerSlam. Now, I see absolutely no connection to what Dave Meltzer's talking about. We know about this favor with Heyman. Okay, Lesnar's gone. There's still 3 other members or 4 other members in Division. There could be a favor there. Maybe have Heyman come out with him to do whatever. I don't see how any of this correlates. I get that they're giving us like a 4 or 5 month cushion. Like maybe it's SummerSlam. Okay, Dave. Well, maybe it's fucking WrestleMania next year. You're
Big
not.
Daddy Dave for a
No
minute,
timetable
okay?
isn't an answer.
What if we got somehow this Vision thing finally broke up the way it's supposed to? And we'll probably get something along those lines at Backlash, right? So we'll get that head to head. Heyman no longer has Brock. Heyman no longer has the Vision. Sure, he could latch onto Braun Breaker, but does Heyman really have a long run left in him? Does he really have another beast run in him? 20-year, build this guy up to be the biggest thing? I don't think he does. So what does Heyman do? Heyman goes back to the best thing that's ever happened to him in the most recent time, and he grovels and he begs and he gets back in with the bloodline. So now,
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Because we kind of see the bloodline reforming. I told Cassie this is fucking happening.
Yeah.
The Usos are with them, and the
It's
Usos
bloodline
showing up
right.
with
Yep.
Jacob
So
Fatu
now-
Friday, and
so
Jacob saying
now
we don't
you
want
have
your
this
help.
build
They
of
can
the
grow on
bloodline.
this.
hey, right?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
you get some small piddly little things going on as we go. You're gonna have the danger of the Money in the Bank. You're gonna have all that crap happen. But come SummerSlam, you have Gunther come in the scene maybe a couple weeks before and say, "Hey, you remember? Roman doesn't have a match right now. Let's do this." And now that's your thing. Now that's just me defending Big Daddy
You
Dave.
will.
Now I will
That could
never
work.
do that again. So I hope he's listening to this. But That's all you had to say, Dave. It's not that hard. I don't get paid to do what you do, punk bitch. But anyway, go ahead.
No. Aaron,
Yeah,
you got
I mean,
an opinion on it?
that would work. I really think it's just if Roman's going to give us like 4 or 5 months
Yeah.
here as a full time, I think it's them saying who can we put him with, right? So there's
Yeah,
you could put
absolutely.
10 names there to be like who can we get him in with in this time.
Don't want that.
Hopefully the last one is Oba, and that's how they cap it off. But we'll know. We'll see later. But well,
If
I mean,
that's
because
the
Oba
case,
could win
but you know,
and send Roman off for another 6 months, but. Because realistically, especially if Roman wants that much time off, Oba could win even
Up to
post
WrestleMania.
SummerSlam, and then Roman could be off like
Yeah, the
4,
Rumble,
5,
yep.
6 months, and or even up to the Rumble. Can you imagine him hitting
yeah,
that like
I agree with that.
Yeah.
24 in the Rumble after he's been gone 6 months? That'd be crazy. So yeah, I think it's just throwing anything at the wall of like who are the big names we can get in there with him while he's here.
I agree. Yeah,
No.
I think Dave.
No,
I
It was
still
lazy.
think Dave
You
had no
could- you
income.
could have said
I
either
think he
one of the
actually
things
pulled a
you
good
just
idea.
said.
No.
And that's the thing about Dave. You just give a little
We
bit
could've come
extra.
up with that.
Give a scenario. Give us something.
Yeah.
But he just
Yeah.
reports out, the stuff to let us talk. So for that, I appreciate him. But yeah, for that, I appreciate him.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I brought him up 4 times.
I'm gonna start a new Twitter account, make my profile picture in a suit or something, and then just report
You just have to
on
say. You
possible
just have to
storylines
say.
and see if I
A
can get, like, 2
WWE
million followers.
high level
you should.
insider told me. Mm-hmm.
Yep, per sources.
Per sources.
Well,
Aaron,
and I love
you need
love
to
too
do
that, like, no one has any intel
Yeah.
on call-ups until they happen, and then they go per sources.
Yeah.
Fatal
Were those
Influence was
sources
called up to
WWE
SmackDown.
like the rest of us
You
got?
think? I would never have known that your sources told you that. Yeah.
which I do. I
could've
gotta
said
tip my
per
hat to
sources
you
2
guys
weeks ago on
both.
Fatal Influence.
You
I'm
guys
still
called
shocked by it. Yeah,
Ricky
that
Saints
call
getting
up,
called up, and I
call
said
by
I
me
thought
was
he
a
needed
per
more
sources
time to
call.
cook.
That was some bullshit.
Well-
I'm still shocked that happened. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he needed
Well,
more
so-
time to cook, but I'm wrong, and Aaron's right.
I know we'll get into it, but if you watch NXT, they really do the, you look up at the lights the last time, because Sol Ruka lost to Zarya in their match.
Brutally.
Brandon Rowe lost
Brutally.
Can we just say really
Insane
quick that
bump.
that,
Can you
that
imagine
is
doing
a
that bump when you're already on the
genius
main
move
roster?
by them. I hope if they did it purposefully, because that's a built-in rivalry that when inevitably Zarya moves to the main roster, she needs to dominate NXT for a
Yeah.
while. But when she moves to the main roster, that's
Yeah.
built in. Hopefully at that point,
Yep.
Sol Ruka has one of the mid-card titles, and you could just build
Yeah.
that right into it. That would be great. Yeah.
I would love it. Yeah,
Dude,
'cause-
I wanna
'cause
add-
want the rubber
What?
match. Go ahead.
I lost a friend to that bump. I lost a
Oh,
friend to
really?
that bump. Yeah, a buddy. I won't name him.
Wow.
Adam, you know him. I won't name him, but he was, and we were already on the rocks already. Like I talked about some health issues I got going on, and he, whatever, here or there. He just messaged me out of the blue talking shit because he's a big Pat McAfee fan.
Oh.
And he's like, I'm so glad this fake wrestling shit isn't on ESPN anymore. It just hit me with it, and he's talking like just diminishing everything they do. And I was like, they get hurt, right? They're more athletic than most NFL players, right? And he goes, allegedly. I sent the Sol Ruka bump.
Yeah.
And he goes,
I got it.
yeah, she's fine.
Can
I was
can
like,
can you give me the initials?
I'm not talking to you anymore. You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, really?
M.E.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about it later. But that's
Yeah.
Wow.
really.
20 years.
Yeah.
20 years, dude. I wiped with it. I was like,
We gotta
fucking
talk about that
dude,
time.
bye.
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
good. Just to finish up, if you watch 100%.
NXT,
Ethan Page like they all lost their titles. Ethan
Yeah.
Page, Joe Hendry, but they didn't just lose their titles. They lost the follow-ups, like I'm going to get my re-up. They all lost, and Blake Monroe lost a casket match. Ricky Saints is scheduled for a match against Shiloh Hill or something on Tuesday. Who I actually love, but there
I
was no
love
reason-
Shiloh Hill. Dude,
it's
have
great.
you watched his YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's so
It's
good.
epic.
Yeah,
I love
it's so
it.
good. But there's like no reason for the match. So if you just pay attention to like losing follow-ups to title losses or put over matches that they lost, you know who's getting called up.
And
So,
still be more
I
educated
can
than
per
that bum ass
sources
Dave
that
Meltzer.
to the end.
My God, we're honestly, dude. It takes me like, yeah, okay, I gather these notes. See if I can, yeah, my terrible handwriting, 4 pages. It takes me, like, if you add up all the days that I write shit down, 7 days, sure. Or 6 days, rather.
Yeah.
But add the time up, it's like an hour and a half of my week.
Right.
This is his job. He can't come up with this shit. He can't fucking, what we're doing right now, he can't fucking do that. He's got Brian Alvarez, but he's a yes man, and that's why Dave keeps him around, because Dave feels like a genius when Brian Alvarez is around, and Brian Alvarez is like milking the fucking
I'm
money
a firm
cow.
believer.
It's just a
I'm
vicious
a
circle
firm
over there.
believer
It's gross,
in
yeah.
kinda.
the
What is he
idea of
milking?
if you could, you would.
I have
right?
ideas.
I just truly believe that if you could do it, you would do it. In the terms of you having the ability to do that, like mental fortitude.
Yeah.
If Dave wanted to, he could do it. He could do the extra research. He doesn't have to. He doesn't, like, if you're not forced to do that stuff, why would you do? I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit.
Right.
He's not forced to. If you're not forced to do extra work and actually verify some of these things, why would you do it? I wouldn't.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Yep.
All right. You guys ready for this next one?
You wanna-
This
are
is
you gonna go
a
through all of
3
it?
or 4-parter, but it's a goodie.
All right, do that one. Yeah.
Oh shit! I got one before that. My bad. One of Danhausen's little helpers at and I'm sorry, but little helpers
Can I
is
tell
more
you?
offensive to me than saying midget.
I typed out
Is
something
that
that was
just
very
me?
mean on Twitter today. I ended up deleting
I
it,
get it.
but I was gonna say right now, I was gonna tell you the thought process. So,
He's gonna admit he did it.
I was
Here.
like, I wanted to call somebody an absolute imbecile, right? I wanted to say that you are mentally a child, and I was going to say you're a mental midget because that's just how I used to say it when I was younger. But I was like, whoa, like you can't say that on the internet. So I did say mental infant, and then I deleted the whole thing anyway. But like I did want to say, and I thought of Danhausen's crew, and I was like, they would probably not be very happy if I'm out here calling people mental midgets.
Michael Cole yelled it. Danhausen's midgets. And they requested it. I'm supposed to call them midgets. Don't get mad at me.
At least he said that before.
He's like, they
Whatever-
wanted me to call them this. Yeah.
Again, I'm a
'Cause
firm
Wade
believer. If
Barrett's
you want me
like,
to call you
what?
something, if I'm going to do it for genders, so to speak, I'll call you what you want me to call you. I better do it for names too. If you want me to call you the mental midget or the midgets, I'll call you that. Oh,
You know what ruined this? Little People, Big World.
Yeah.
And my mother was obsessed with that show. She was
you
obsessed
go.
with it. But not obsessed like the way that you think she was
I
obsessed
don't
with it.
know.
She was obsessed with
your
it
mother.
in a different way.
I know your mother. I don't think I want to know.
I don't want to.
Not sexually. All right, I'll take that. Right. One of Danhausen's little midgets at WrestleMania 42 told Rewind, Recap, Relive that the segment they did changed thanks to The Miz. Again, put a halo over The Miz yet again. Pitching for the little people to lift him up and going to WWE about it. Before that, before they went out there, it was originally only supposed to be a walkout and that's it. And because of The Miz, We got that in-ring segment. We got the ball kicks. We got the carry him out of the ring stuff. All because of the Miz.
Great. That segment was great. There was that one dude. The one dude was struggling. He was not down. I think he was probably the one vote to no, let's not do this, because he wasn't very happy. But it was great, and I'm glad when people get to, when people aren't marginalized and they can just have fun. Like, that's cool. Have some fun. It was great. As long as it's not at their expense, I don't give a shit. If it's just fun to have fun. Yeah.
And it wasn't. You know what the Miz did? He gave a group of guys that had a dream that we all had.
Yep, and I'm here for that.
A WrestleMania moment. That's what the Miz did.
Yeah.
The Miz is a good fucking guy. I have this weird, and it's really weird. I have a butane lighter collection, WWE lighters. Never been open.
Okay.
I got Orton, I got The Miz, and I remember my whole family, because we're all wrestling fans. It's not just me. It was my dad, my mom, my sister, me.
I'd argue the dogs.
Some would argue the dogs. That I bought The Miz, and they always hated that I was a Miz fan. And I was like, Do you hate him? They're like, yeah, we hate him. I was like, then he's doing his fucking job good. What do you mean? Yeah. That's why I like him. Yeah. Cassie also was not a Miz fan until I really opened her up. I was like, you pissed right now? Yeah, fuck that guy. I was like, it's pretty good, huh? I did the same thing with MJF, too. I was like,
yeah,
Cassie, how do you not love him? Now she loves him, but she hated MJF more than anybody on the planet for a hot second.
He's really leaned into the Danhausen stuff. I mean, he was in his house twice for the pieces they did on SmackDown.
The Miz wants to have fun.
I think he's just enjoying what they're doing.
I think I'm always going to be upset that I'm going to always be upset that they don't do more with the Miz. Everybody says he's not only a safe worker, but the safest, cleanest, and smoothest worker. They need to do more. He's so charismatic. They give him these shit gimmicks. They put him in shit holes. He hasn't won a match in over a year, by the way. He has not won a match in over a year. Singles, a singles match. He won the tag team title.
There's no way he's not okay with that. I guarantee you that the only way that happens, because the Miz at this point is a legend in the game, and he's going to be the first. The Miz is the reason the Bellas are there.
Yeah.
The Miz is the reason that like some of these social media superstar. That's all the Miz, because the Miz was the first. Like, he was on what was it Road Rules? Real World. Yeah, okay. So like Miz has been through that.
The real world.
I think he's underappreciated, but I do think that he's appreciated. I think people do love the Miz. They groan at the Miz, but they love the Miz for sure. Correct. Yeah.
There's a reason he feels safe when cut day comes around.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yep.
All right. Moving on to our next big story. Commenting on CM Punk slapping a fan's phone out of his hand for recording Bayley and AJ Lee in the MGM Grand Lobby, sports marketing insider Andrew Badala? Don't know, don't care. Posted that things were, quote, really bad, end quote, between talent and fans at the hotel casino resort, adding, these men and women were bombarded daily, and it was very uncomfortable. I got more. Hold on. Don't jump on me yet. Fightful mentioned Punk received no disciplinary action from WWE for slapping the phone out of that creepy fan's hand at the WrestleMania hotel. Still not done. Give me a second here, boys. PW Insider added that poor security at the hotel was a topic among talent all weekend. Fightful Select got a lot of quotes from WWE talent and staffers who were upset about security during WrestleMania week, and still remains a hot topic today. And this one that I wrote down was as of Friday. So we're almost a week out of it. Wrestlers are still like, dude, what the fuck? A WWE wrestler who spoke to Fightful theorized the Inaccessible prices WWE is charging for meet and greets is one reason fans were bombarding them
I also disagree
anywhere
with that,
they went
though,
during
in the
Mania
same
week.
respect.
I couldn't agree more.
I just want to say
That's
I'm
yeah.
not going to give any excuse to somebody being an asshole, right? So, like, in that sense, like, I get it. Sure, the stuff is expensive,
No,
but that does not give you carte blanche or any type of excuse to if somebody my
it
2-year-old
doesn't
daughter
excuse them
today,
at all, but
my
it makes sense
2-year-old daughter
why.
today, right?
I'm not
Ezra was
saying
kind of
they're good
around her.
people.
I was around her. Marissa was over there around her. My sister was there. She yells out loud, "I need space!" Right? And everybody's like, "Cool." And we back the fuck up. It's so simple. Like, it's so simple. If somebody says to you, I don't care who they are.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're the Pope. I don't care if they're the President of the United States. If they tell you, I need space, I need you to back up. I will take care of you, but I need you to back up. Just leave them alone. Leave them alone. They're real people. So I understand what's happening, I won't give them that excuse. I refuse to. So I get it. I get that the prices are high. I get that stuff's expensive. We can't afford it. Does not give you a reason to be that guy, so to speak. So,
It doesn't give an excuse, no, to get up in somebody's grill at all. If anything, it gives you an excuse from across the street to be like, hey, and wave, and that's it, and walk on by.
Yeah.
Because that's all I would do. That is all I would do. And I don't even think, personally, I would ask for a picture. And I've told Cassie this. If I ever ran into a wrestler, I would just shake their hand and say, thank you for everything you've done. I really appreciate it.
I wouldn't mind asking for a
lot of hard
selfie.
times, and that's it.
You know, I
I
wouldn't
would
mind
ask for a
asking.
picture. If they said, do you want a picture, I would do.
Yeah, because on one hand, they are the celebrities. You know, that's a real thing, but you need to understand situational awareness too. Like if you walk by them in the hotel and you're like, "Yo, it's so cool to see you. I appreciate you." Like that's great. But if they're in a conversation or getting in a car or trying to get somewhere,
Or
like, don't
Throwing a
get
pop
things
in their
lame.
face. Sign 9 of these
Yeah.
for me.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so, like,
go ahead.
I try not to tell people. Go ahead. No, I just try. I try not to tell people to be normal, but in this situation, like
walk in the
just be a
hotel, you
normal
happen to
person,
see somebody,
you
that's
know?
awesome. But
Don't
to
be
know
weird.
their schedule,
Yeah.
to like follow them, that's fucked up. You're sick. You're sick for that. I don't
That's
know
fucked
anybody
up.
on the planet
That's
outside of
stalking.
my wife that I want to know their schedule so much that I could just
That's
pull up
stalking.
on them and be like, "Hey, sign this autograph." I do love my wife. I'm her biggest fan. I do. I'm gonna get some autographs. Yeah, I don't need any other
100%.
crazy
There's
people
one
in my
cycle
life.
I know,
That's
it's
true.
my wife's. I don't want to know anyone else's.
No, she
Yeah.
knows it. She knows it. That's a fair one. You're
Cassie,
right.
I'm sorry. I know you're going to listen to that, but it's a joke. All right. I did have one more, but it's very short. Sean Ross Sapp indicates that a lot of WWE talent were frustrated by there being so little match time and so much ad
Thank you,
time at
SR.
WrestleMania 42. So
Thank
we
you,
finally
Sean
got
Ross, for
to
that.
what I had brought up earlier, which I should have numbered this paper, but so everybody sounds like everybody was pissed, and they only gave an excuse for one match that we already debunked as bullshit.
Yeah.
So Fightful Select heard that a lot of WWE talent were worried about roster cuts coming Friday before the news officially broke of the long list of stars let go. The majority of these were outright releases as opposed to contracts running out and not being renewed. So these were cuts. These weren't your contract's coming up, let's negotiate. You don't want to negotiate, goodbye. These were just see you laters. All right. Sean Ross Sapp said the Motor City Machine Guns will certainly get an AEW offer after being released by WWE, as they should.
They can still go.
As they should.
They
I
can
get
still
that they're
go.
both in their 40s. They can
Yeah,
fucking
they can still go.
harder and faster than these kids.
They fit that brand too. Yeah. For
They
sure.
need to. And Tony, you're a
He
fucking
will.
moron
He
if
will.
you don't sign these guys. They own their own names. They own their own fucking team name. Bring them in. They already have a following. All you're doing is bringing eyes to your company. Do it.
I saw that AEW has the
and
Dynamite
they'll be
show,
good for
like,
them.
3
They'll
days
be good.
after
They'll
their
get some
90
play.
day is up. So
I
there you go.
I will pay
Oh, yeah,
attention
they'll
to
be
a Motor
super
City
good.
Machine
100.
Guns, Young Bucks matchup, or like anything like that, because they'll get to go.
Oh
So
my god. Yeah.
Now, this is the last part, but this part is going to incite a conversation between all of us. But let me get through it, and then we will open the floodgates. But this is it. This is the end, boys. Put a star next to it. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I put cute little stars next to everything that I've read. And all
Nice.
7 notebooks on the floor, too. So I know I wrote about it because I don't know.
No, you don't need a star.
A check
You
mark
don't need a
doesn't do
star.
it for
You
me.
need
I need a
cute
star
little star.
because I
There you
feel
go.
like one.
That's important. I did.
Well, I used to have
You know what?
highlighters,
It's
rankings,
happening.
and you said
I'm
you were going to
sending
send me some.
But I have
Never hit me
something
highlighters.
at the end of this. I
got 3 highlighters right here on the ground next to those old notebooks, buddy. They don't.
You just finished.
They don't highlight.
And I got something. We're finishing up here, but just go ahead.
All right. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. Stars released by WWE so far are Alba Fire, Aleister Black, Bo Dallas, Apollo Crews, Andre Chase, which he said some shit that made me like hurt my feelings for him. Chris Island, Dante Chen, Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Kari Sane. I know you're ready to jump on that one, Aaron. I know. We'll get there. Luca Crucifino, Malik Blade, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Nikki Cross, Santos Escobar,
crazy.
which is just ironic because they made such a big fucking deal about bringing him back and never put him on TV once.
Right.
Serena Linton, Trill London, Tyra May Steele, Tyreek Igwe, Tyson DuPont, Zelina Vega, and Zoe Starks. That is our list of released wrestlers right now.
I'll go, Adam, if you want.
Aaron, you go. You got it.
So, I like to preface this because I've said before on here how I'm newer to it the last couple of years. I also watch like a ton of TV in sports, so like I do love WWE for the storytelling, right? Like next week on Raw, like the episodic part of it. But I think a lot of these is a product of WWE falling too much on long-term storytelling and then not actually finishing anything. So to have someone like Kairi Sane, who not only have you been teasing the story for so long, it was good and people loved it and people wanted it so much.
Not
to
with
release
Asuka
someone
Sane.
like her does not make any sense in my book.
I just gotta say, not with Asuka Sane. If Asuka
She's
left
getting
too,
the
that's
R-Truth
different,
treatment
but
right
not
now.
with Asuka Sane.
Right. Yep. For sure. And she
It was
actually
third?
has
Was it third?
hashtag we want Kyrie.
Second?
That was trending like 3, 4,
It's
5.
second.
Something
It
on
made it
Twitter.
to second.
Did it?
It made it to second at one point.
And then Adam Pearce tweeted today, "I'll never underestimate wrestling fans." So I don't know. Maybe we'll see it come back. That one just really didn't make any sort of sense to me. We've talked about Alistair a lot. I wish he was in that storyline. Unfortunately, he wasn't. I think that's kind of shitty for him to have gone through that and then get released on the back end of it. Yeah.
Because you
I
didn't
think that
even
was
give him
more
a
just a
chance.
slap in the face
You didn't give him a
of
shot.
what he was a
You
part
didn't
of
give him a
and then
shot.
got pulled
Yeah.
out of. Right. Yep. Exactly. Wyatt 6, that's a big conversation. Everyone's gonna have feelings about that. It was cool. It didn't really work. Whatever. One other thing before I get to my last hot take about it is I feel like as fans, especially as me as like a sports fan, we can't get excited about all the releases of all the signings and the returns and stuff we're going to talk about without acknowledging that this is going to happen. So I do try not to get too worked up about it because it's going to happen because it's both sides of the coin. But but I think the most underrated one is
She was the one
Alba
that
Fire.
I was going to
Can't
ask you
stand
guys
Alba,
about, because
actually.
both of you
When I
waxed
first started-
poetically about Alba Fire. So I was going to
Yeah.
that's the one I wanted to hear how you guys felt about.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first started watching
loved Isla
again,
Dawn.
her and Isla Dawn actually won the
I
tag
think so,
titles
yeah.
at Clash in was it Clash in Paris? Maybe. Um, and that was so good. And so like I'm brand new trying to figure out like who do I like, what's going on here, and I was like, oh, these
Their
two
whole
are
gimmick
are
was
really
good.
good.
Their
And
whole
then
gimmick was
Isla
I
Dawn got
loved
kicked,
it.
and Alba Fire went to a jobber role. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
So that one sucks because I feel like she just didn't get to wrestle, whereas some of the other ones, like the
No,
White
look,
Six
I
and
agree.
stuff, I just think it didn't work.
Yeah, I would say I agree with you on all of that.
Adam, you go. I'll go last.
It's just the one. I mean, it hits me hard. So while you were talking, I try not to do this in life, right? I try not to listen to respond. I try to listen, to understand. But like, I also had to think like, how do I feel about these releases? And first of all, what you said about the fact that we have to accept that this happens is very true, right? And many of these people have been released before. Now, I have a special love for somebody in this group that was released.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I to stop you for a second, I had to tell Cassie this.
Yeah.
I was like, Eric Rowan has been released 3 times before. Bo Dallas has been released twice before. I went down the list because she really took it to
It
heart.
happens.
I was like, listen,
Yeah.
they make a bigger name, they come
It
back.
happens.
Don't count this as forever. I promise.
But
And it calmed
I
me down a
have to
bit. But
admit, guys, I might be personally
exactly what you're
responsible
saying.
for some
They
of
have
this.
come back.
So, my love for Zelina Vega is widely publicized, and I'm actually kind of upset with myself because every time the releases happens, I like to remember the one guy that I want back more than anybody, and that's Braun Strowman. I know he's got health issues, and that's the reason he's not back. But the next person is my love for Zelina Vega, and I did admit to my wife the other week. I said, Sol Ruka might be taking Zelina Vega's spot on my love list. And she was like, whoa. And I was like, whoa, I know. But it might be Sol Ruka now. And then she gets cut. And I think that, maybe that had something to do with it. So I apologize to her. She did come at Sean Ross Sapp really hard on Twitter. So I just want to make sure that she doesn't come at me because I love you, Zelina. I love you almost as much as your husband does. But it's hard. But honestly, I the only one that I really, really, really am struggling with, I really wanted Alistair and Zelina to work. I wanted that situation to work, but I'm not mad about it because I think they could be good somewhere else. The one that I'm struggling with is Kairi Sane. Because I think that Kairi Sane is great for WWE. I think Kairi Sane is the next heir to what I think Io Sky is. And so it hurts. It hurts with Kairi Sane. The rest stuck. A lot of them stuck. But I think they'll have opportunities. Joe Gacy will have opportunities. Chase will have opportunities. Chase U was never supposed to happen. Yeah. They told him, you will not be on TV. Like, none of that was supposed to happen. He was meteoric and had some great stuff come from that. I think he's okay. I think he's happy. There's a lot of people who I think had some. Bo Dallas is happy to be able to have the opportunity to honor his brother. So maybe this is good for all of them to go back, do a reset, maybe they come back to WWE. I don't care if they do. I'll find them. And that's the thing about today's world. You'll find them. But I will say really quick, the most exciting thing, what I am most excited about from these releases is the inevitable Karrion Kross and Scarlett versus yeah, you with me?
Oh.
Yeah. I am
because
Aleister Black
give me some
Zelina
I don't know, they have MLW or GCW.
It would be really good.
Give me those two going up against each other. Oh, I'm here for it. I'm here for
probably
it.
GCW if I had to guess.
So I try to look at these cuts as opportunities, not so much sadness, because like you said, Aaron, you can't have people come back. You can't have stars come back without getting rid of some of them. I just hope that they did it respectfully. That's it.
All right. The Alba Fire one, you guys pretty much covered, and I like that even Chelsea Green posted on X saying like,
Right.
you don't even
You
know
didn't give her a chance.
what she's capable of.
There's a lot of
She
people that
was
didn't
held
give a
down
chance
by
to.
WWE.
And so I want that to be respectful too. Like there's a lot. I'm not saying this. Oh, I'm happy for you getting released. I'm not happy that you got released. I'm unhappy that you didn't get a chance. But some people, I'm happy that now you get a chance. You know, you get that opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's business too. Like sometimes you just don't break through, even if you deserve it. Sometimes things just
Doesn't
don't
make
happen.
sense.
For someone like Kyrie, who
It
was
doesn't make
working
sense.
week in and week out,
Every
and
week.
praised for the matches and moving the storylines and
I
straddling.
was a fan of
multiple
Kyrie
storylines,
before I was
that's
a
where
fan
that
of
one
EO.
didn't make
Kyrie's what brought me.
No,
to
it
EO.
doesn't.
You know.
Sure.
Correct. Correct.
Fair.
And she was released once before as well and brought back, by the way, boys. She
Oh,
was.
okay.
Aleister Black. This one hurt personally because I'm a big fan. I have, if I lean over right now, I have an Aleister Black figure like right next to me. Like,
Nice.
so technically this is Malachi Black. This is an AEW
Yeah.
figure, but I've
Cool.
always been a huge fan of everything he's done, all the way back to his first run in NXT. This one hurt. There was speculation, like the IWC going, "Well, he can go back to AEW, and he can. The House of Black reunites, and Zelina can go with him."
so many
And then
people.
it got
So
shut
many
down
AEW
hard. I can't
superstars.
remember who
Yeah.
shut it down.
Yeah.
A lot of people,
Yeah.
like us, we're saying no because he left on bad terms. Again, who pulled Punk away from choking out that fucking Jungle Boy bitch? Aleister Black. Who was buddies with Punk? Aleister Black. Allegedly, who refused to lose matches because it would affect his character in a negative way? Aleister Black. Always apparently he was very difficult in AEW, but I think he was just trying to,
Yep.
I don't know, make sense of his character. Be on TV, because remember,
Yep.
just after that Punk shit, it was just they weren't on anymore. They were not on AEW anymore after that. Maybe a one-off, and that's it. And it sucked. He's definitely not going back to AEW, so I nipped that in the bud right away, as well as Lena Vega. But I think wherever they go together. I will add that.
Yeah. I love it.
100%.
I love it.
That black mass is so satisfying.
I just wish
It is.
like that's
It
the kick you
well,
wish in
too.
life
Oh,
that
man.
like you had an opportunity to do on somebody. You know, just one time, have it work out. It works perfectly. You're like, man, Chuck.
I know.
Hey, Chuck Norris, RIP.
Right.
That's the Chuck Norris kick you just wanted to do. So,
Yeah.
Santos Escobar.
It's good.
This is one that confuses the shit out of me. They release him. He does whatever. They sign him back and say, hey, we have a lot of creative things for you.
I think that
And they
AAA
did
was what
nothing
they
with him.
wanted, and that's
Allegedly,
not what
he got injured.
So
But
I think
still.
there's a miscommunication there. I don't think
Yeah.
Santos is upset about this.
Nothing happened with it.
So they did a AAA thing where he came out in like his like family's mask or something, and they were going to build off of that. And then he had a fatal four-way in the Rey de Reyes tournament, and it was actually really good. But he either got injured during it, or there was speculation that he was like not right even going into it, because he was very weird during that match, just like not taking the moves, not following through with his, and throwing off timings. Like it's really stood out.
Yeah.
It
this
says
kinda
right here
happened
that he
after,
was
so-
injured. He was injured. So he's one that was released while being hurt. One
there
that
was a
wasn't
storyline
released
too.
while being hurt
Yeah.
was Zoe Stark. Apparently, she was cleared to come back. They never brought her back.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I had gotten on the Zoe Stark train, remember? As they started dropping everybody
the problem
off
with
from their
Zoe, she
faction,
can't
and
talk.
I was still like, but Zoe Stark is the one that has it.
Yeah. Reason.
That is, 100%.
Well,
Right,
WWE
yeah.
can use her.
Yeah.
WWE can use her as like a
That-
C. We cared for her
Yeah.
until she was
But
cleared,
also,
and then
like,
let her go, so she had
That was
like,
nice.
benefits.
That
she
that
can't
was nice.
talk. She's not a very good.
And she
it's
thanked
the
him for
reason
that,
I feel
too.
like
She
Ivy
did.
Nile. I don't know how Ivy Nile's still there. I happen to love Ivy Nile. I love the work she does, but she's not a talker. She can't talk. I don't know how any of those guys are still there because they don't
Yeah.
let them be on TV.
Yeah,
She's incredible.
she just won a bodybuilding
Motor City
competition
Machine
this weekend.
Guns makes no sense to me. You already have a very small tag team division, and you just gutted them by taking
Yeah.
two of the
I feel
most
like
talented tag
It's
team
an age issue. I feel
partners
like there's
away
no
from the
longevity
division,
in it.
away
I
from the
understand what
company.
they're doing, but
Ageism.
Well, I think all of the tag team, the company just threw it away. Like they had the SmackDown show before last Mania, that was the TLC show, which was amazing, and now 50% of them are gone
Right.
because they decided to do Wyatt Six versus MFT for like 9 months. So
Yeah. And then obviously I got to talk about.
yeah.
I believe I talked about Kari Sane, right? I think we covered her enough. She needs to be back. They need to R-Truth the shit out of this. We are already
Yep.
doing it as the internet wrestling community or whatever. They need to feel the burn on this. They need to give her a new contract. They need to bring her back. And I personally have faith that they're going to be like, fuck, okay, well, can't do
I
that.
can hope. Yeah.
Exactly, we can hope. All these, what is it called again? What's
Evolve,
the
yeah.
purple brand for WWE? Evolve? Evolve.
Yeah.
All these Evolve guys, you're going to go to the indies. You're going to be able to develop your character more. And I bet when you come back, if you come back, none of your characters are going to be what you were when you got released.
The weird one is Tyra May Steele because she won LFG.
I think she
and then
had
a
some
match
issues.
on NXT,
I think there were some
and
issues
then
with
went
like some
away
things that
forever.
happened
So I don't
in
know
the
if
back.
she had some.
Yeah, I think there were
Yeah.
some issues there.
Like
Because people are not mad about her
personality
getting
clashing,
released.
yeah.
I saw some pretty heated things about her. So
Yep. Right. Yep.
As for the last of what I have to say about,
Whatever, yeah.
Aaron, you covered the Andre Chase saying that or was it Adam?
Adam.
He was
Yep.
never supposed to be on TV. He
Yeah.
was never this, never that. He gave his fucking, tip of the hat. Thank you for the opportunity. I also think that he got chokeholded into being that character. He never got
I
a
think
chance
they'll
to branch
they'll
off
bring him
and
back as
show
the
what he
producer,
actually had. He was
and
just
he will
a
do
cult
great
leader-esque
He'll
character.
produce some really great matches. I think so.
That'd be cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Last thing I have to say is the Wyatt Six. That
Go ahead.
sucked. My wife thinks that it was
just
WWE spinning on the last
rarely do-
memory of Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Like the last. This is my wife. This is my wife. This isn't me. Because this is how I diffuse it. I told her, they're gonna
Well,
leave.
let me just say, I
and
rarely
if they're
disagree
really
with
good,
Kat,
they come
because
back.
she's smart, you're not. But
Uh,
yeah, but I will disagree with her on this front only
Accurate.
because they tried. They did it. They put it out there. I don't think they tried the best they could. I think there was definitely
They
some
did try.
opportunities. Yeah. Yeah, and that's creative's fault. And
No,
they need to take that
and I
They
think
need
that's
to.
creative.
But they tried. They honored Bray. I think hell, Bray Wyatt was cut, wasn't he? Yeah. So yeah. At the height.
Yeah.
So Bray Wyatt was cut. What
As
are
the
you talking
Fiend,
about? Like,
when
it
he was at his
happened.
height.
It's okay. You can come back. You can do other things. You can build your brand. Or you can stay silent and underground and just build something dope. And then tell WWE, here's something dope that we have. Let's do this. Give me a year and we'll figure it out. I think people have to stop being so sentimental, right? And they have to understand that these things have a shelf life. And sometimes it's okay to end the series after the 7th season, right? Like, you have to understand that it's okay to end the series a little early. Not everything's Friends. Not everything is Seinfeld. Not everything is these long, huge stories. Some things are meant to be ended. Let them rebrand themselves. Let them do something different. If they're meant to come back, they'll come back. But they'll be great. Those guys are great. They'll be great at whatever they do. They'll be fine. After
100%.
Undertaker, yeah.
And
I
that's
think
the
it's
thing.
hard to do spooky in wrestling too. You know, it's just yeah, right. Yeah, 'cause
Oh God!
everyone
After
can't
Kane and
be-
Undertaker, how do you do
Right.
it?
Yeah, because everyone can't be a supernatural force that can't be touched.
No.
You know, so this is no one's fault. It's not a criticism. I just think it's hard if they get sucked into that, you know, that honoring
Right.
role. Because then every time you see
I
them,
mean, they used
you just
his
think of Bray
music.
Wyatt, and then it's like, okay, well, what
Yeah,
are you
they
going to do?
use his
That's
music. If they
yours
would have changed the
instead of just
music, that's
the
one thing.
tribute act,
But
yeah.
you use his music. So, like, once the lantern's gone, what do you have? You know. So I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
So that's the show, boys.
Do you want me to do the call ups real quick?
Well,
Oh yeah, the call-ups,
I'm gonna end it
Yeah, that's
differently
how I
in a
wanted to
second,
end
but
this.
if that's
Yeah, so I
okay.
can
But
just
go
go
ahead and
through-
do your
go
call-ups.
ahead.
I gotta fall on my sword still.
Okay. Yes, sir. Before the call-ups, there were no really big like signings or returns or anything, but I will say you can kind of count Royce Keys as kind of a quote-unquote return because this is the start of his being into it.
Yeah.
And you could also consider
Oh.
Chad Gable.
Oh, it is.
They're
Okay,
doing
yeah.
the mask versus mask match coming up in AAA, and so once that, it's coming up. I think at the end of May or early June. So once that happens, you're getting
And El
Chad
Grande
Gable
the
back, too.
second
So you
is
kinda
way
just gotta
over in
think of it
Mexico, so you're gonna
that
get
way,
that
too.
back. Yeah.
Oh my God, way over. Yeah, it's super cool to watch. So on Raw, you had Ethan Page come up and go right into the Intercontinental Championship realm, which I think was great. He played a awesome role of he's a heel, but he's also kind of funny, and he's gonna be
The
like,
Miz.
"Hey, you,
He's the
you
Miz.
fight, and I'll see you later." They also had Rusev dominating anyone. Yeah,
Well, he's younger than the
I think
Miz.
that's perfect.
He's younger
The
than
young-
the Miz is.
Well, he's
for
not young
sure.
at all, but another one of those characters. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. Joe Hendry's coming up to Raw, which
That's
I think
crazy.
is
I didn't
interesting.
expect that at
He could
all.
either splash
Tomorrow.
or he could burn out. Yeah.
I don't
If they
see
don't
him burning
do him
out at
only
all.
as a comedy routine,
I
he's
see
hope
that
okay.
being
'cause I
huge.
like
But if they pigeonhole
I
him,
see
then
this
he's gonna
being
have a problem, just like all the other ones.
Yeah. For sure.
True.
I agree with that. So Ruka, she's coming up. I really wish they'd pay off the third match between her and Zarya. I don't know if they do it. I know they've been staying away from
Just
NXT
wait,
matches on
let it
pay-per-views.
build. It's
but
coming.
Backlash would be
I think
a great
it's coming.
spot for that
I think
third
they're holding
match.
their pocket. Let them hold in their pocket,
Yeah,
and then
they could.
when Zarya moves,
I just
that
want
will
it so
be
bad.
the first rivalry. Just give it a minute. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want, man. Do whatever you want. You got time.
Can I give a quick hot take? We don't have to elaborate too much. I'm getting a little sick of the Soul Snatcher. Even as cool as it is, my problem is it's a super innovative finisher, but it's not innovative to take it. You have to line up, you have to be ready, you pretty much have to dive to the ground to take it. It reminds me of Bandito's 21 plex.
But is it
where
any
people just
different
have to,
than
bend over and hold the rope? It's like that. doesn't look
RKO
cool.
or Cody Cutter or Javon's Cutter? Yeah.
Yeah.
But she
The
does
build-up
keep trying
part-
to
the
innovate
build-up
it a
part
little
is
bit.
the
You know,
part
she's
that's
doing
way
different
different.
things with her.
So
Yeah.
for sure.
As long as she can
been
find a
great
way
for
to
her.
keep it fresh, I get it.
Yeah, I think getting to the main roster maybe will change my mind because you'll have people taking it better. I just feel like at NXT sometimes she was hitting
I also
so
think
many that were just
she
like
should have a secondary,
dive
a
into the
secondary
ground
finisher.
just to
Yeah.
take this Soul Snatcher. Yes, you cannot. Yeah, you can't do that for every single one. So. I'm excited for it, but and then we go over to SmackDown.
Blake
Ricky
Monroe was
Saints
the
and
other
Blake
one that I
Monroe
was
both
super shocked
advertised
about.
for
I
soon,
did not
so they haven't
expect
been
her.
there. But,
Big up.
yeah.
I'm
She
shocked
ran a
by
really
it.
good program with Tatum Paxley, and I think it just made sense for her.
Sure, but I'm just shocked by it.
She was main roster ready when they signed her.
Yeah.
That's what I've read.
And then the last one is Fatal Influence.
Yeah.
I thought they were so
I'm the
good at
opposite
SmackDown.
You
of you.
popped
I
like
hate
a
Fatal Influence. I don't think they're
motherfucker
good at
for
all.
that.
I don't like them. Yeah.
I was super excited.
Oh, I don't.
Really?
I like them.
I thought the first time I watched NXT, I saw
Well, I like
Fallon
Fallon Henley.
and
I
I
just
was
don't like Fatal. I
isn't
think
she
Fatal
just, like,
Influence is a
better than everyone
knockoff
else?
of what
So-
Mandy Rose had with Gigi Dolan and what's her name? Maybe I love Fallon Henley, but I
Sure,
also
but are they
really
better?
liked Mandy Rose and Gigi Dolan and that group.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's a knockoff. But I will say
Sure.
they have done
Fair.
a great job. They put on good matches, and I think they're needed for
Yeah.
the main roster. A women's faction is needed
Yeah.
for that main roster. Another women's faction.
Yes.
Can you guys
Enough to get me
follow
in trouble
Mandy
if I have
Rose on
to.
anything, by the
Yeah.
way? Because I do.
No.
Yeah, enough to get me in trouble. That's all I'll
Yeah,
say.
well, let's Cass. I'm not looking at that part. Uh, um, but I think she misses wrestling way more than anybody thinks she does because fucking
She's still-
50% of her posts
She
are,
still trains.
oh, look what the girls
She
are
still
doing.
trains.
Oh, I'm watching
I mean,
this.
you
I'm
see her all
watching
the
Raw.
time
I'm
with
watching
Saraya and some of
SmackDown.
the
I'm
others.
watching, yeah, I'm
I
watching.
think Mandy Rose is a great character. I think Liv Morgan is kind of that character now, but like, maybe we'll see. I Fatal Influence.
I think
had
they
a-
should
had a
bring her
rough spot
back.
because of what Fatal Attraction
never know.
was. I loved Fatal Attraction. That I was taken aback a little bit. I was like, I don't really like these guys.
Yeah.
JC Jane is great. She's good. Yeah.
JC
Roman
Jane is,
Thunder is such
she's
a
going to
good
be the
finisher.
big one
I-
that
You
pops out
gotta
of that
give me
group.
Britt Baker
I
back.
love
though.
a simple
JC
finisher
Jane
that's
has to run
hard-hitting
with
that-
somebody like Britt Baker.
that
You
arm
have
shot
to
is
get her to
great.
WWE. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that
We need Britt in WWE. They're not doing
Yeah.
shit with her in AEW,
that'd be
and they
cool.
never will. And they're holding her hostage, if you ask me.
yeah, that the heat that SmackDown
Yeah.
crowd gave them
Yeah.
is pretty much just guarantees like a 2-year push as the top.
That
faction
was
because
that
Yeah.
they went
Dominic
crazy
led it.
for
Led
that.
it.
They
So,
did. They did.
Anyway, super cool. Excited for it. And JCJ did great. She acknowledged
Mm-hmm.
it, but also continued instead of letting it take over too. So
I'm
super
glad
cool.
the match with Rhea ended in a no contest too.
Yes.
Like nobody got pinned.
Usually I hate that because they
Yeah.
do it every single day, but that was a spot where you
Kept
that was
everybody
perfect.
strong.
Yep. And Lady Reed has been in NXT for like 8 months, and she's insanely good. So,
I'm for it.
yep,
Is that it? Is that the call ups?
that's what I got. That's what I got.
Oh shit!
Well, hold on, guys. Hold on.
All right.
Hold
Well,
on.
I'm
Give me
not
10
gonna lie. I've been
seconds.
holding this piss for.
I'm just gonna get out of here, guys. We love you. We care about you.
All right, Adam's got something to say.
Like I've said 100 times, bad times don't last, but bad guys do. But here's the thing: I've been a bad guy. All right, I was very busy this week. We were leading up to a vendor fair, and I just bit off more than I could chew. So I did not get the WrestleMania post out there for the water bottle. I didn't do it, so I'm gonna do it this week, and next week we'll come back. But I'm going to punish myself for not doing that. I'm going to take one. Just real quick. I got to take it. It's Malort. It's a punishment.
All right.
I'm sorry,
Is
guys.
that Malort?
It's a self-punishment. Hey, I'm all about accountability.
It's
All right, I
self-punishment.
didn't get it out. That's on me. I will get one out this week. I love you guys. We love you guys. Other thing really quick. Yo, look at this pizza. They brought me some. Look at that pizza. Look at that wood fire pizza right there. I didn't cook that one. Somebody better than me did.
Let's go.
So, all right, guys. I love you. We care about you. Have a great week. Oh, that's just disgusting. I should have stopped this beforehand.
Peace.
Oh,
I hate that.
I'm
I
upset.
hate that, and I don't ever want to do one.
Kayfabe